welcome back. It's Crafty JoJo here with another tutorial, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today I want to show you how I created this. This actually is a very unusually shaped card, and if you undo the ribbon here by just pulling it downwards, it opens up to a fan. And as you can see, it has 6 individual panels that I have heat embossed and die cut and put loads of rhinestones on. And you would surely wonder how I managed to make it this stable, because apparently it doesn't bend, it's quite stiff, and in general how it works. So first of all, you would need to create your template for your individual panel, and they can be shaped all sorts. But to start, for beginners, like to start with a simple design, let's just do this. So I'm going to show you how I created this. First of all, you take a piece of white cardstock, and then you take your circle dies, all the sizes that you've got, and then you make your decision how big you want it to be. Apparently this would be a really large one, but you could do, and then maybe just use this and create a fan that consists maybe of only 3 panels. So it's completely up to you. I actually chose these sizes, and as you can see, this is what I did. So I think it was this one. So I popped this one down here, like on my paper, and I took the smaller circle like so, and I just used my pen and drew the circles. And once I had drawn the circles like so, I just used my metal ruler and I connected the lines. So I drew a line here where the circles would touch, you see, and then I just cut it out. So this is how I created my template, which is really simple. And if you have a set of various sized circle dies, you can create different sizes, different length. Apparently I've gone for this one, but maybe I'm tempted actually to, because this one was the template for this. So this is roughly, I think, 6 inches or something. Let me just quickly measure it. Yeah, 6 3/4. It's the overall length of this. So if you want to make it shorter and slightly thicker, let's just do it together. Let's go for a really large circle. So I just pop this down and I draw my circle inside my die. And then I have to take the small circle and roughly try to place it in the center. Oops, like so. So I've now got 2 circles, and if I connect them, the sides like so, this is what it gives me. A rather large And now the next thing I would do is I cut it out, and before I cut it out, I have to actually tell you, I've got a set of crafting scissors that create different borders when cutting. So I'm probably going to try out, and I was tempted to use this one, and if I use this scissor, this is what it cuts like. It creates this border. Can you see it? So I think this is quite pretty, and I think I'm going to cut out my template later on. First of all, you don't cut it out with your special design scissors initially. Initially you just need it plain, because before you can start cutting out with this, you would need your template that you're going to copy 6 or 7 times or 3 times or 5 times, however many times you need it, how big you want to make your fan, and that one then you're going to cut out with this. But I think I'm going to cut my template out with this, because if I cut this template now out with this scissors, I won't be able to trace around it. So first of all, you need to cut this out with straight lines, and then later on, when you've transferred it over to another piece of cardstock, you can actually create different borders. So I think this is pretty, isn't it? I think I think I'm going to cut out my templates with these scissors. So bear with me, I'm quickly going to cut this out and then I will be back. So I'm back, and this is my template that I've cut out. This is what it looks like, and I've decided to use this piece of cardstock, and I'm just going to trace with my pen, trace around my pen template. And because this is a rather large one that I created, I'm probably only going to do 3 of these. So, oops. Well, if this happens, don't worry, I didn't see it. I'll just close the gap. I think I need to quickly sharpen my pen. For those who wonder where these are bought from, I bought them in Germany, so I'm afraid they're not available in the UK. So, because I'm going to use my fancy scissors there, I'm leaving a bigger gap. Normally, if you know that you want to leave your lines straight, you can actually position them right next to each other, but I need to leave a gap because I'm going to use the funny scissors. So this is what I'm doing. And the last one. All right, so 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to cut them out with this, creating this border, and I will be back. So I'm back, and as you can see how I fussy cut this with these funny scissors, and I quite like the result. And I think 3 panels are enough for my fan because it opens up quite wildly. So the next thing you would do is, once you've cut out your panels, you put them all together like so, and you figure out where you're going to put your hole that is actually closing it up. So I am going to use my handheld punch and try to get it roughly centered and punch a hole. And the next thing I'm going to do is a provisional brad will be put in place. Oops, one will do. So this is just provisional because you could put an eyelet in and add some ribbon to it or whatever, but I am going to put the brad in just as a provisional measure. So here we go. This is how the fan is put together, and when it's fully opened it will fall apart unless you actually manage to attach something to the back side. And I'm going to show you the secret of my fan here now. Look at it. So this is how it opens up, and as you can see there's a stop to it. They don't open up anymore. So how did I do it? Are you ready? Ta-da! That's how I did it. So I have used Costa coffee stir sticks. Sorry for that, Costa coffee. And I have glued them to the back side of my panels, and I've used this really thin paper to cover up. So apparently this, because I have die cut a flower in here and put the blue mirror cardstock from behind, this is why the circles are here. So I'm not going to fully decorate this now with you because it's just about how to create a fan, this tutorial. So how to create your panels I've already shown you. You are going to put your brad or your eyelet in the bottom here, and then to create the back side what you need to do is you need to measure, because look, what I want to explain to you is if you would glue them together here now with a strip of paper, you won't be able to close it anymore. So you need a bit of paper that actually is long enough to cover the distance and that folds in. So to cover the distance you need to know the distance, and the distance from your panel where they meet, they are meeting roughly here. So, and here, so I'm measuring, this distance is 3.5 inch. So I'm going to cut myself 2 strips of this thin paper and add 1/2 inch to each side. So instead of 3.5, I'm going to cut it 4.5 inch wide, and then I'm going to show you how I attach the paper to the back sides here so that we can do it. So 2 strips of I don't know what this paper is called, like I call it silk paper because it's really thin like silk, you know, it's in shoe boxes and things like it to wrap shoes, and I've got it in all sorts of colors. So I'm going to look for a matching color for this, and I'm going to cover 2 gaps. So I need 2 strips, and they need to be 4.5 inch wide, and maybe just like 1.5 or 2 inches maximum, 2 inches long. All right, I will be back shortly. So here we go. These are my 2 strips, and they measure 4.5 inch each, and as you can see, it will cover the gap perfectly. So I'm going to glue this one on here, and I'm just going to use this, my Tombow. Just going to make sure actually, well, in this case, yeah, no, it's okay. Sorry for the mess here, but it doesn't matter, because I thought, but I haven't die cut anything. Apparently, if you want to put designs in like this, like you want to die cut shapes in it before you put the back sides together like this, you would need to, or if you want to stamp on it or heat emboss like I did here, you would need to decorate the individual panels before you put in the system at the back side. So as this is a tutorial on how to put the fan together, you would before you do this, normally you would need to have decorated your panel. And actually I'm going to show you the right way, because this was crap, because apparently this needs to be straight. So you're going to glue it on like so, never mind. And then this end here needs to be glued on here, and it is slightly exceeding here after I've put it on. So I'm going to take this off. It's a bit of eyeballing, and I'm going to glue this on. Right, so this strip here will allow this panel only to open this far, and that's the end of it, but it will allow to fold in. So before, we need to let this dry, and bear with me, just quickly going to take this off here. If it's slightly too long, that's no problem, you can still take it off. Just struggling to do so without cutting my fancy design there. All right, so this was the first one, and the second one is exactly the same. So I'm going to pop this on here. Oops. Going to glue this on here, just like so. Same measurement. You don't want it to drop open further than this, so you're going to glue this on here. And cut off excess. All right, now this needs to dry for a minute or two, and once you've done this, now your fan will only open this far but not further, but upon folding it backwards, you need to fold this in here. So when you first time try to close it, try to fold your paper inwards, just like so. It's a bit tricky with this fuzzy cut. If your line is straight, it's easier, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be 100% precise. I actually initially used my bone folder and then pinch it together. So after a couple of times it will do this. So this is the first one and this is the second one. So roughly this is what it does look like, and this is how it opens, and it does not allow your fan to fall open furthermore. So this is how you create this, and then you would now need to get the Costa coffee sticks, and I have to get them, bear with me. Alright, so here we go. So these sticks slide underneath this paper, because if you glue them on top you won't be able to operate your fan properly. So all I did was I eyeballed the length, the possible length I would need, marked it with a pen and cut it. Then take the measurement for the other two and cut it. So once you've got 3 sticks, again you bring your Tombow out, you add a bit of Tombow to it, like so, and then you want to lift this and slide this in. You just put it down like so, and you do this with all 3. You can hear my sheep in the kitchen. We've got 2 baby lambs and they are hungry, they want food, so I probably have to interrupt and get the bottles ready, because the mothers didn't take them in, so we had to take them in, and we've got 2 baby sheep living in our kitchen currently. So this is real farm life here. So, and the third one you can actually glue on top. Oops, that wasn't very smart. Well, anyway, it's the back side, so never mind. Just press it in place. And this is the back side of your fan, reinforced with Costa Coffee stir sticks. Thanks for that, Costa Coffee, for sponsoring this. And this is what your fan should look like. And you would do this after you have decorated your panels. So this is your fan ready now, in working condition, but apparently undecorated, because I just wanted to show you how to create the fan. So I hope this has helped and inspired you to go ahead and create your own fans. Don't forget to buy a cup of coffee before you nick all the coffee stirrers at Costa Coffee. I recommend to go to Costa because the coffee stirrers there are just the right thickness. The ones that McDonald's does, as well as Starbucks, are not perfect, because they are so thin that they easily bend, whilst Costa Coffee does really sturdy ones. So apparently I have to promote sorry, I have to promote Costa Coffee. Well, thanks for watching this, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel as well as my blog, and thanks for watching this, and hope to see you soon.